would actually, you know what? I just like you to show that you got a little emotion about the fact that people are losing their jobs indiscriminately. That this individual sitting down the 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue has given absolute power to one man who brings his son into the Oval Office, whose son says to him, "You're not the president." So I just like to see somebody wake the hell up and get excited about the fact that your country is under assault. They're not at the gate anymore. They're in your bedrooms. They're in your living rooms. They're in your businesses. They got your data. They got all your stuff. Elon Musk has his tentacles in everything you're doing, not just off of X, but now he's in the Treasury Department. He's in the Labor Department. He's in the Department of Homeland Security. And nobody seems to give a So that's all I want, somebody to show that they care enough to get off their and say something about it.
The Nazis are in control of our government.
No, they're not. You know they're not. Trump's not a Nazi, neither is Elon. Elon's our favorite African-American immigrant. Elon's an African-American. You don't like African-Americans?
No, not that one.
Oh, my God.
That one.
It's kept it 100, though.
Is Hitler reincarnated.
Everybody is Hitler, though, to the left, right?
Huh?
Everyone is Hitler to the left. Like, everyone you don't like is Hitler, right?
Pretty much.
I'm not even talking to you anymore.
Do you agree with Doge? The Department of
No,
Government.
I do not agree with those.
You don't like them finding the fraud in our government?
They slaughtered our government in 3 weeks' time.
$4.7 trillion was untraceable.
So that's $4.7 trillion that is likely to be money laundering.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? That's all $4.7 trillion that could have pulled so many strings that we don't know.
To be honest with you, it's crazy to me that they real life have people that make sure you pay your taxes.
It's 36 trillion.
And they can't keep up with money
36
they
trillion.
spend.
Yeah,
so 4.7 of that is untraceable.
36.2 trillion is our debt. And
That's probably went up. That's from February 5th. Let's say the 17th. It's 12 days ago. Who knows what it's at now? It's probably at 37. Close.
Who knows?
Hopefully, Elon and them are putting a fork in that road, though. They can turn this thing around.
They lost $4.7 trillion and they cannot figure out where it's at. But they want to make sure that you pay your IRS.
Hey, they looking into IRS too. IRS is
we have
suspect.
We have the largest debt in the world.
Duh. You didn't know that? Duh.
So America
where do you think the money that we just send out to people comes from? It adds onto the debt.
But I thought,
We owe
they got rid of
countries like China billions of dollars.
Yeah, because we got rid of the gold standard, right? That's why the debt keep going higher and higher. So
Like the debt just climbs every day. Like there's a website that's called the National Debt Calculator, and it just constantly goes up. Like you can just sit there and watch it go up.
So America's built off of credit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Brutality.
So
Pretty much. Credit and like you can't zip us.
in 2022, the debt was 30 trillion, right? So
Some 6 trillion in 2 years.
So
3 years now.
What would happen if America pay off all of it?
Who knows, honestly?
Like, would our economy thrive?
I don't know what America
really
would look
don't
like.
know.
That's a great question. I really
Nobody
am not-
ever answered that question because
they
like,
don't.
trillions of dollars though. It's gonna take years to fix.
but it's
I
steady
definitely
going
It
up.
might take our lifetime to fix.
But
Because
still
we're steady spending money.
So like,
Money's all being spent every second of every day.
But that's why they're cutting this shit down.
Yeah, that's why they're talking about cutting the national deficit.
you're telling me America is just gonna forever live off debt.
Yes.
So
America is built on debt. Taking out loans for cars and houses and college, it's literally built on debt. Literally, what they teach you in school is to pave your way to success by taking on debt. That's literally what they teach you. Go to college, take out loans, get a car, take out some loans. Is that not what they teach you the way to success is?
yeah,
Get in debt, pay off debt. They want you to be a slave. So you work, you have to rely on your job and be programmed.
I feel like
But that's just my conspiracy
starting
theory,
with the
y'all.
federal
That's crazy.
government is the start. That's the best way to start. So people are upset about it.
Cause what the heck happened to love one another? We are here. We are here for the cause of love. This is not about money.
I can't take this serious.
This is about the people. And the people, I see people with disabilities, you're beautiful. I see black people, you're beautiful. I see immigrants, you're beautiful. I see queer people, you're beautiful. I see Christians, Islamics, natives, anyone. You are beautiful.
All people.
Thank you for existing. If no one's told you that, I thank you for existing. God thanks you for existing. Christians stand with you. Queer Christians stand with you. We are here and we are ready to fight because this is not okay.
This is a news day. It's all over the country. It's been put together by grassroots organizers. It's very now. It doesn't feel like the 2017 version or the campaign of last year. It's addressing a lot of concerns about the current agenda, including we're seeing signs and protesters saying, James, this is not even what people voted for. Even if they are anti-Trump voters, they're calling out a lot of things that they say exceed the president's authority or are dangerous or are gutting of the federal government. What's happening here? What do you see?
What I see is something organic coming up from around the country. I don't think that there was a lot of organization. If you remember in 2017, you had like 1 million women on the mall. This is happening all around the country. So the question is, how should Democratic politicians respond to this? And what I think they should do is what we call in rural America, play possum. Just let it go. Don't get in the way of it. Or as we like to say, don't just stand there, do nothing. Let this germinate. We don't need to we don't need to get in front of it. This freight train is moving. Let's just get out of the way. And then we're going to have time. In the immortal words of Dalton in Roadhouse, be nice until it's time not to be nice. And that time is coming shortly.
I think they should just shut the fuck up, let it play out, and, see what the American people want.
This is an example of the media hysteria drumming up people. These people are all out here in arms due to media hysteria. They told us Trump is bad. Now they're telling us Elon's taking over our country and we're under attack and our democracy is being destroyed and da-da-da-da. Now all these people are riled up and scared and they've taken to the streets to protest. And obviously Carville is going to say, oh, this is powerful. Oh, this is organic. Oh, no organization. Well, I mean, where's the organization here? These people are just scared, hooting and hollering and screaming.
I think it is an organization there because I'm seeing flags out there. So
I mean, they're protesting, bro. But at the end of the day, what is this gonna get them? Absolutely nothing.
I don't know.
So I don't understand. They should just play possum, just play dead, see what happens.
I can tell you what's majority of the group. Majority of them is probably the trans group.
Disabled
or LGBTQ
and blacks.
I don't think
I didn't see too many blacks.
That's
honestly.
why I don't know why she even said that.
I don't know the disabled.
Probably a couple blacks out there.
The disabled didn't lose nothing. The veterans
apparently
didn't lose. The veterans didn't lose nothing.
Nobody lost anything. That's why I keep saying, what is happening? Like, has our life changed? Has anybody's life changed?
I mean, some people have lost their jobs, so their life has changed. They lost their livelihood, and that's upsetting. But given the fact that we're trying to close up government spending and make it more efficient and pay for things that make Americans better, I'd rather see the departments that are funneling millions and billions of dollars to foreign countries and transgender shows and LGBTQ spreading across the world.
Other countries' LGBTQ shows.
I mean, I'd rather see millions of dollars spent in our country than another country. If that means you had to lose your job, then that's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
It is. I mean,
it's very unfortunate. I hate that for you, but you look in the mirror.
But do y'all think that they didn't know that they were bullshitting?
I think they 100% thought they were making a difference in the world.
But like, they had to know this could become to an end one day. Like they could if they knew that they were in there sending bullshit and they had a lot of untraceable money. They probably some people
like no cap on the internet, especially on Instagram, on the Shade Room. Some people is arguing that they should spend the money towards some of the situation. I've
seen people saying that Elon and Trump are just seeing a bunch of charitable organizations through the government and not liking it and shutting it down. But at the end of the day, American tax dollars should be spent on America first.
Yeah. If it's not beneficial.
We have homeless people. Imagine what $100 billion could have done for them.
Oh my God.
Imagine what $100 billion
Well, they did that in California, and the money is getting corrupted.
I don't think all that money is going to that though.
That's why I'm saying it's getting corrupted.
Imagine if we had like real tax dollars going to work and we had serious things happening for our country. I think our country would be a much better place. I mean, I think if we spent the tax dollars better, things could get better for America.
Yeah, I don't see why even cry about. The Democrats claim that we cry about taxes. The Republicans cry about taxes the most, and they don't know what to do with the tax money. Apparently, y'all shouldn't even be saying the word taxes at all.
We wanted to have you on because you do a lot of focus groups. You really get behind the numbers, the poll numbers, to the sentiments of voters. And it's so interesting. You've been speaking with a number of voters who were Hillary Clinton 2016 Joe Biden 2020 and then went for Trump in 2024. How are these folks seeing the early days of Trump's second term?
Pretty well.
Really?
And they're reacting to it because they love the pace of change. They were very fed up over the last 4 years. They wanted action. They wanted results. They looked at prices. They looked at affordability, looked at immigration, and they didn't see anything happening. They still don't like what he says, but they like what he does. And these are Democrats now who felt that they were not securing the border. They were doing nothing to prevent illegal immigration, that nothing was actually happening. They wanted to see a reduction in wasteful Washington spending, and they're seeing that. So what they tell me is, I wish he would be a little bit less rude. But at the same time, they like what he's doing. They believe he's serious about it. And for the first time, they have confidence in the future, which is why you now see some significant shifts in the polling about the expectations for the direction in the coming years.
It's a big wake-up call for Democrats.
I'm waiting for them to get a message. I'm waiting for them to unify and to understand that to oppose and to be the resistance, which is what some of them use that phrase, that's not what Democrats in grassroots areas want from them. They may not want the approach that Trump is doing, President Trump. By the way, I now know to say President Trump. But they do want action, and they don't see action from the Democrats.
They don't. Simple as what it is.
How are the voters who swung the election for President Trump feeling about his first few weeks in office? Our friends at Engages talked to some Arizona voters who switched from voting for Joe Biden in 2020 to Trump in 2024, and so far, they mostly like what they see.
I just think he's trying to get America back on track as quickly as possible, given the state that it was left in from the previous administration.
It feels more merit and transparency that I'm getting from the administration so far.
I approve of a lot of the stuff that he's doing with the border and everything.
He's put other countries on notice that were to be taken seriously.
For the most part, I feel like he's on the right track by keeping transgenders out of women's sports. That's number one.
All 11 Biden-Trump voters say they approve of Donald Trump's first weeks in office. What we are seeing right now is what Donald Trump campaigned on.
Right.
We've said that umpteen times now in the past 4 weeks.
Great.
What he didn't campaign on was the Elon Musk of it all. That Elon Musk would be going in and the person with his team doing this and doing this at the pace with which they are moving. I want you to listen to what Joan.
Remember her colleague said, by definition, he's not being transparent.
I think this is a lie. Trump did
Be
come
going
out with
in.
those.
He did.
We
He
were
said
there
it. He
in the
said
New
that.
York rally when
No,
Elon
he
was
said-
there.
he
We
said
watched
that.
it. He
And we're
campaigned
coming
on
out
it.
with something called DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency.
Elon came out and said, Elon spoke at multiple Trump rallies and said, the people, we're going to come into the government and reform the government, see where our tax dollars are going, and reform the corruption. They said that multiple times.
Yeah, I seen everybody cheer.
Yeah, like what are we talking about?
And the person with his team doing this and doing this at the pace with which they are moving. I want you to listen to what Jonas G., he is one of those Biden to Trump voters, said about that. Doesn't seem that concerned.
He's moving fast to dismantle the corruption, which there's so much of it. Everywhere he turns, there's stuff that they have to take out. Went to one agency, and what 80%, 90% of that agency's been spending stuff that nobody would approve of.
I wanted to talk about
With
that,
our
Isaac,
money.
but then just that last part.
Our money.
80 to 90% of the agency spending stuff nobody would approve of. We don't know that because there's no accountability. Maybe at the end of the day, once we can actually look at it, perhaps that's going to be right.
And that's what
but
they're
we have
doing.
no idea, which also
Showing
speaks
us.
to the fact that there is such a fractured media consumption environment that is getting even more so. We don't know. I mean, Jonas G. is listening to, they said at the beginning, some mainstream media, but who knows where this information is coming from?
Yeah, and that's part.
So what you were mentioning earlier about flooding the zone, seeing the president all the time, every day, multiple times a day, which could not be more different from Joe Biden. And the question is whether that's what these voters wanted.
He said he was going to do this, and this is what he's starting to to get done.
And he only has 4 years to do it. It's not like he can run again. He already did his first term. So some of these things you can't fix overnight. So he has to get started early on. He has 4 years, and he made promises in his campaign. He won because of those promises. So he's getting to work.
I like what they said.
Yeah, and I was also struck in other clips, and I've heard this as voters, of the term transparency to describe Donald Trump and Elon Musk going on camera and talking. Somebody might be looking at their statements and say, "Well, what he just said wasn't true. We fact-checked it. He's counter something that his own administration said an hour earlier." Doesn't matter if the president's saying it; it sounds transparent. The other word I'm not hearing is Congress, and there is this assumption in these focus groups: the Congress that you're not hearing from isn't able to act. I heard Democrats on the top of the constitutional crisis say, "Come to Congress, pass a bill," and that just seems so yesterday.
Yeah, bro, because Congress is just in there teaming up doing bullshit. Seems like.
Well, the Republicans got the whole House now. I haven't seen no well, they did. The Democrats tried to pass a bill to give black people reparations again.
Kamala didn't even support that.
Yeah, and they denied it again so they could call them racist.
Bro, the most liberal and radical state, California, denied reparations. If they can't even pass it there, it's not happening anywhere else. I just don't understand why after hundreds of years of saying reparations, and they haven't come, this is something people are banking their vote on. I'm just keeping it 100.
Oh shit, my boy JD going off on somebody right now.
He said, "Yes, dummy." Damn, look at that ratio. Oh my, that's an astronomical ratio.
Yeah, that's insane.
President Trump's decision to limit AP reporters' access is as much fight over the Gulf of America as its protest of what White House advisors say years his liberal word choices that AP's influential style book has spread across mainstream media. Hey, JD Vance, I know you're busy.
My bad.
You're good. They said, "Hey, JD Vance, I know you're busy lecturing Europeans on free speech, but have you seen this?" Yes, dummy. I think there's a difference between not giving a reporter a seat in the White House press briefing room and jailing people for dissenting views. The latter is a threat to free speech. The former is not. Hope that helps.
Damn, he did just cook.
Bro, Mehdi Hassan is he's a British dude on MSNBC. Why is he allowed to speak on
American?
Not only is he British, he's an immigrant to Britain. He's like Middle Eastern. So you're not only a British immigrant, you're an American British immigrant.
No, that's terrible.
And you're speaking on politics in America? We supposed to come on now. Come on now. We gotta keep it 100, dog. What Byron talking about? 4.7 trillion. Doge just found out that the standard financial process was optional and not required for nearly 4.7 trillion in U.S. Treasury payments, making traceability of these payments almost impossible. The gravy train is over. Accountability is here. The swamp is being drained.
Damn.
Hey man, I like how concise that tweet was.
Yeah.
I like
It's getting bad, guys. It's getting bad, man. I don't understand why these people could be out there protesting. I mean, yeah, they're just brainwashed. That's what it is, man. The media did it. It's the media's fault.
I just think this protesting, the media is gonna amend these people because this is their last ditch effort at their influence. They're gonna make it seem like these people are freedom fighters and fighting for the right things, but the fact of the matter is, we should be happy that we're being shown where our tax dollars are going and being shown that we've been lied to by our politicians for years.
Yeah,
and now accountability is back. I mean, how can we not be in favor of this? You know why they're not in favor of it? Because the media keeps hooting and hollering, "We're under attack, we're under attack, we're under attack." And the people who are programmed and brainwashed by this are upset.
Yeah, this the tweet right here. People might gotta go to prison. Cause yeah, man, you got 4.7 trillion tax dollars just missing. Yeah, something gotta happen, man.
Somebody else would have went to jail for the scamming that much.
Something gotta happen.
Who's going to jail though? That's the question.
We gonna
it's gonna be
find out.
some retired folk they gonna have to go dig up and put
Well,
in jail.
we don't know if other countries have been literally, taking out our treasure.
I definitely, absolutely, 100,000 million% believe other countries are. You can trace the payments back to those countries if they were traceable. I bet there's so much money that's been paid out to other countries. I'm sure there's billions of dollars that have been paid out to other countries.
Hail Marys Joe Biden was doing when he went to Africa and went to sleep that last little week, 2 weeks.
$4.7 trillion, but there could be hundreds of billions of dollars that have been paid out to other countries.
Let's make it, bro.
This is bad.
So who was in control of the money? Who had
the
say?
The government.
So you telling me?
I think this was a group
Joe
effort.
Biden and all of them in the administration?
Bro, I think it goes way deeper than just Joe Biden. I think if you think they spent 4.7 trillion in 4 years.
They probably just got
Hell no. This is probably years on years
on.
on years of corruption.
I really don't
It goes
know.
way deeper than just Joe Biden.
I think this is in 1 year.
No, hell no. No
I
way.
think-
4.7 trillion in 1 year?
I really, Nick. You
No,
saw how
no
much
way.
bread they was throwing bees around like that shit, cupcakes, nigga.
4.7 trillion in 1 year
wasn't-
though, Taj.
it
That
wasn't.
is an absurd amount of money.
They would have debt went up 7.7 trillion in since 2022. So 4.7. I don't know.
Man,
it could be.
it is possible that this could be 4 years of money going missing.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm thinking this is years on years of deepness. But I could be wrong if it only went up 7.7 trillion.
This
shit.
is crazy, guys.
Shit, you know, guys,
Hold on,
I'm
bro.
thinking we're seeing years of corruption.
Let
you
us
know?
know what y'all think, though, man. This is getting pretty insane, guys. I think the story's just beginning.
Oh,
Man.
it's
We're at
just
the,
beginning.
We're at the tip of the iceberg, guys.
This is week 4.
We ain't even got the Jeffrey.
I don't
ain't
even
got
think
the
this
year
is at
one.
the tip of the iceberg.
This is week 4. We almost on month 1.
Yeah.
We got 4 more years.
We found out some crazy
3
information.
more. Oh man.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think, guys.